All right, so to make our extraction buffer, we're gonna put 1 vial of this powder into 500 mils of the distilled water. And you're gonna shake for about 5 or 10 minutes. You don't have to shake the whole time. We're just gonna get this mixed up. And the main thing you wanna check for is just kind of lift it up and see if there's any solids here on the bottom. If there is, you can stop, you can let it soak, you can do other stuff, but we're gonna make sure this is thoroughly dissolved and mixed. All right, now that that has mixed in, we are going to add our Proclin. Again, we need 350 microliters or 0.35 mils. So you're gonna take your single channel pipette and you can turn this dial, and you can't get 350 microliters in this tip, but what we can do is switch this to 175 and do it twice. So we're gonna take the tip. We're gonna make sure the tip is into the solution but not pressed up against the bottom of the vial. And this stuff's a little thick, so you kind of have to give it a second. So there's 175, we're gonna press down. All right, now we're gonna do it again. You'll notice on this pipette, whenever you push down, you're gonna hit a point of resistance and you can go past it and then it completely stops. There's never any reason to go past that point of resistance. You just push down to where you feel the resistance. Now you're good. And to dispense it, you press this little lever right here. Now we have a Proclin in there. We're gonna go ahead and mix it until it's thoroughly mixed in. This is our made up extraction buffer. Now, there are different storage times for this depending on the temperature. At room temperature, it's good for about 12 hours. In the refrigerator, it's good for up to 14 days. And if frozen, it is good on paper for 120 days. We have a lot of clients that go past that up to 2 years and they don't have any issues with it. Now, I wouldn't recommend freezing it in this bottle. A, you can crack it. B, it takes a long time to thaw whenever you're ready to use it. So what I recommend is we're just gonna fill up all of these tubes with the extraction buffer and we're gonna put it in the freezer. That way, the morning that you need it, you just pull it out, it'll thaw in 15, 20 minutes and you're ready to go. All right, so remember, this 500 mils of extraction buffer is enough to do 3 trays, which is 288 tests. And so what we're gonna do, just to make things easier in the future, we're gonna prime our vaccine gun. We're gonna set it to 1.5 mils. All right, now we're gonna dispense our extraction buffer into all of our tubes. All right, so now our samples are ready to be used immediately or put in the storage. One thing I didn't recommend is putting a couple drops of food coloring into that bottle of extraction buffer. It really does make a huge difference whenever you're testing. I would recommend green or blue. It just makes it easier to see kind of where you're at throughout the entire process. Again, to store these things, 12 hours at room temperature, 2 weeks in the fridge, or on paper, 120 days in the freezer. Again, we've had clients freeze these for up to 2 years and use them, and they haven't reported any issues.